Welcome to another Back to Ours right on your sofa for Top Tips Tuesday. And this week we're learning how to make a bespoke windowsill herb planter. Yeah, I don't know what that is either, but luckily I'm not the one showing you. Over to Chris and his glamorous assistant Callum.
Top Tips Tuesday, tell us how you do it your way. If you're a painter or a builder or a singer or a queen, play chess, make a dress or something in between, it's Top Tip Tuesday, show us how you do it your way.
Okay, let's get started. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a very basic herb box. Slight twist on the whole thing. We're going to have a small irrigation system onto the back of it, which speeds up the process of watering. Also, if you're going to mix any plant foods into your water or anything nutrition wise, goes straight into there, saves individually splitting it out. To build this you don't actually need a lot. Very basic tools will get you this far. Obviously if you want to use more tools you can get a better result. What we're going to be using today, really simple saw. To get my straight lines I'm going to cheat and use a mitre box, again really cheap bit of equipment. A simple sanding pad with some 80 grit on there. A little bit of tubing, a little bit of these plastic connectors, again they're not a lot of money at all, £2 or £3 would get you a few of those. We could use hot glue, but I'm going to cheat and today I'm going to use mitre glue, super glue. Some very basic pallet wood. I've taken to sanding this a little bit, as you can see, but not very much. And all we're going to need to do is find something the same width, take your base cut, which would be the entire length of the thing, and then whatever you've got left over we're going to divide out to make these little separators. If I lift this up here you can see the separators there. When I'm making these things I like to make them so they fit on the windowsill, maximising space in the house. So what we're going to do is, the first thing you want to measure your windowsill. For mine I've already got a few bits up there, so I've gone for 500 millimetres long. Oh, we'll need this. So again all we're going to do is take your pen, pencil, whatever you've got to hand, put a mark to the 500 line there. Doesn't have to be neat, doesn't have to be fancy, we're not aiming for that, we're aiming for results. So if you take a mitre block, make sure your line's to this gap here where the saw will slide in. As long as you pull it tight you'll always get a straight cut. So after the first step, once you've got your pieces, all I've done is I've taken a simple sanding block and I've gone over the pieces, taking off any blemishes, making it look as nice as I want. Obviously you can go as far as you want with this, or if you want a rustic look, keep the wear and tear on there. So as far as setting it up goes, you want 2 pieces for your ends. And on this particular one, I've decided to do 2 dividers. Just like that. If you wanted to, and you're into that sort of thing, you could measure the entire length, divide it by the 3 and put your spaces in there. Personally, once it's grown you don't really see that. So long as it looks eye right, I'm quite happy with that. So we're going to go all the way along and screw these in, keeping it all together. I'll show you on this side so we can see into the box itself. And what we're going to need is these bit of pipes there cutting to cut the spaces through. So all I'm going to do is measure from the middle of this one to the middle of this one, and that's going to be 1 cut. So if I go from about there, I'd say that's about 170 millimetres on this one. I need your hands if you want to hold that straight and that straight. 170 mils there, thank you. Again, doesn't have to be exact. You'll always be within a few millimetres. I just normally push my thumbnail and cut to there, so that is about halfway across. As you'll see on my finished piece, I was able to take up some of the slack by just pushing it along and then again cutting a small piece off this one, pushing it along again and pushing the slack onto this part here. So now I'm going to be showing you how to put these small plastic pieces in that are going to carry the water pipe too. So to find these, most people have got a selection of drill bits. They don't have to be in order, they don't have to be labelled up or anything like that. There's a little cheat here. If you take the back of the drill bit and the back of your piece, hold them two together, roll it between your fingers, you should be able to feel roughly if it's the right size for it. This bit is 6mm. We'll find rough centre. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not building show pieces here, it's functional. So there we go, just about 10mm or so, your little finger's width from the top of there, and we're through. Oh, and we're through again. So then you take your small section here, persuade it nicely onto there, and that's your first bit in. And for the next piece along, again, they don't all have to be the same pieces, you're not going to see the back. So the next bit along I want to show you is the reservoir. Now, when you make your reservoir, it needs to be a little bit higher up. I've not gone fancy with it. All I've done is I've screwed a small piece of wood on there, which I've tidied a little bit. The support for it is just a bobble, but again, that does detach, it does come away for cleaning purposes. So I'm going to show you how to get one of these little reservoirs with an old fruit shoot bottle. My glamorous assistant has already cut the top of it off. I'm sure we all know how to do that. And again, all we need to do is take our drill, put it in reverse. On most bottles, you'll find the plastic at the top's a little bit thinner. If we aim down at the bottom there, it's a little bit more rigid, gives us a better surface area to punch through. And again, I've got my drill in reverse, so I'm going to score a line. If I take that away, you'll see there, it just bores a hole, a small hole, stopping it from going everywhere. Nice and firmly, spill the drill up, no pressure, you don't want to push it through into your hand, anything like that. Just nice and easy, we're only cutting through plastic. And there we go. Next piece along, you want one of these straight through pieces. Again, we're going to slide that into there. Make sure it fits comfortably, I'm happy with that. At this point, we take our super glue and we're going to apply a small piece of super glue just around there. We don't need lots, we can always add more later to create a seal. And again, I don't want a lot of super glue on the inside of there. But once you're happy with that, keeping it upright, I'm going to speed the process along a little bit with a little bit of activator spray. And give that a second to cure. And there we have it. And then you'll connect your pipe to it, pull it across, connect it to your first hole there. So what we do there is we take the other end, give it a bit of a wiggle, persuade it to go on there. There we go, nice and firm, that's not coming off. And then again, connect that up to your reservoir. What might be a good idea, because hindsight is a beautiful thing, is maybe connect that to there to start off with, or maybe warm the pipe just to get it to slide on a bit easier, and then connect it to your reservoir. Once you've got your reservoir connected, you've put it there, you've got everything ready, put a little bit of soil in, pick whatever herbs. I do recommend herbs, and before you know it, you'll be spicing up your own tea with a little bit of something you've grown yourself on your own windowsill, dead space, all for yourself.
Thanks, Chris and Callum. Join us next week for more top tips.